ladies and gentlemen. My name's Ed Gerrard. I'm a father and a teacher from Worcester. Thank you for allowing me to be here tonight and to share my kidney cancer story with you. So it all starts really the big day ingrained in my mind, 17th of December last year. That's when time seemed to stood still. My life was irrevocably changed. 2015 had already been an eventful year in my eventful life. Separation from my then wife, a house move and a new job provided the backdrop, but more was yet to come. I'd been a runner for most of my adult life. I was quite good, if I'd say so myself. I'd represented my club, had decent results in local races, but sometime, I think it was around May 2015, probably around my birthday, that would figure, I developed what I thought was a hamstring tear. No matter how much rest I took, it wouldn't go away. So I thought I'd take a break from running until it healed. In the meantime, I noticed a hard lump appear on my neck. I thought nothing of it, oh, it'll go away in a few days, being a kind of summation of my attitude. But then another one appeared. This time I thought, right, I'll go to my GP. I'm a complete wimp with needles, even now, despite having them sort of every week, seemingly at the moment. I was in some trepidation when I sat waiting at the surgery. Luckily, they were diagnosed as just subcutaneous cysts or spots under my skin. I went home relieved to stress about the more mundane things in life, such as what to feed my kids for tea and things like that. However, things got worse. A few weeks later, I noticed a low lump on the side of my head, just above my ear. It's still there, unfortunately, but it's gone down quite a lot. Fingers crossed. This concerned me, and I went back to the GP and wound up with a referral to Worcester Royal Hospital. The head specialist, as he called himself, decided I needed a CT scan and biopsy of one of the cysts to clarify what was wrong. I remember the scan well. I thought I was finished. I was just sat there waiting for the cannula to be taken out of my arm. And I was called back. Oh, the scan didn't show everything, so we've got to do some more, I was told. Mildly annoyed, I lay back under the machine and tried to relax. So, on the 17th of December, I woke up. I was feeling quite positive going to work. The long autumn term was over. Thankfully, we're about to end. I was going to a gig that evening, and life was looking good. However, a call from the hospital soon put an end to that. I was asked to go in for a biopsy of the tissue around my pelvis. Pelvis? What has that got to do with those lumps? I pondered. I actually did more than ponder. I spent a lot of that morning on the phone to the hospital, being passed around various numbers, trying to find out what was going on. Eventually, I spoke to a specialist who confirmed the worst fears that had been lingering in the back of my mind. We think it's cancer of the kidney. So life had ended or changed irrevocably at that point. So I ended up with a large lump in my kidney. Possibly not as large as James's, but there you go. That was it. Life inexorably changed. And worse was to come. I was told the cancer had spread from my right kidney to the bone of my pelvis, the lymph nodes in my neck, hence the spots, and the skull. I learnt that it was incurable and I had a very limited lifespan. According to the doctors and statistics, I had stage 4 cancer and a year to live, which really shows just how difficult it is to find kidney cancer at a sort of an early stage, and it was only at a very late stage that it got me. So that was the reason for the extra scan. It was supposed to be a sort of thoracic upper body scan, but they noticed something that stopped my kidney and decided to go further down, and that's where the damage was discovered. And that's the cause of that hamstring injury I mentioned earlier. I was overcompensating from a pain down here in my side caused by the cancer. So what came next? A few days of utter depression. I was talking to Nick earlier about what happens when you're given your diagnosis, and that was it. I was kind of left to fend for myself. I had a lot of support from friends, but it was a very depressing time really. But after a few days I kind of tried to come out of it, fight the diagnosis, change my diet, keep fit and defy medical science and live for as long as possible. I am a single father of 2 wonderful children, and I need to keep them in the manner to which they're accustomed. Luckily, my employers, Walkwood Middle School, have been very supportive of me, as have all my family and friends. That's one of the sort of silver lining to the massive cloud of cancer, that I've seen a far more positive side to humanity. And I was surprised by all my friends tonight who surprised me by saying they were coming here. Either that or they just fancied a jolly at the House of Lords, who knows. I found out pretty quickly as well that as a patient I had to be quite proactive in assessing and suggesting future treatment. That's why it was quite good to read in here about some of the research about individualised treatment rather than the one-size-fits-all Sutent and axitinib drugs that I've been taking. I'm currently on the second-line drug, axitinib, which will prevent the cancer spreading for a long time, if my CT scan goes well. I'll get the results on Thursday, touch wood. If this fails, I've researched various other things, nanoknife and ablation therapy, which kidney cancer have been following and getting some quite interesting interviews and things about. So I'm very appreciative of that. All of this costs money, but I owe it to my children to be around them for as long as possible, for them to learn from me and live happy, fulfilling life. So here I am, stage 4 kidney cancer. By all accounts, I'm buggered. I should be gone. But I'm still alive, generally fit and well. The odd side effect stopping me from enjoying all the wonderful food tonight, because I tend to get a bit full and nauseous of an evening, unfortunately. So that's a shame. But if medical science is right, and I do have only a few months to go, and of course they're wrong, I need to step away from the microphone and make the most of the wonderful hospitality here at the House of Lords, and thank Kidney Cancer UK for inviting me to speak. And thank you everyone for supporting the kidney cancer community through this event, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much for listening.